Have you ever dreamt a crowd singing your songs like this? If so, then welcome to the first video of my Power Patches series for vitalsynth, and we will learn exactly how to replicate that, and if you have time and patience, you can remake the patch from scratch, or you can purchase it from Gumroad, and I will leave you the link in the description. Now I'm going to give you all the necessary instructions to get the best out of these patches and make them work in any situation you may need. As you can see, there are three oscillators and a sample, and here in the oscillator you see this TTWT, which is text to wavetable here in Vital, and it means that here you can insert any syllable you like or a phrase and it will sing it for you. Alright, and you have to left click here on the waveform, select text to wavetable, and here you can insert any syllable you like. I selected this one, Dan, so the choir would sing something like dan dan dan, or you can put whatever you want. Let's go for O. And then you have to assign an LFO in this way. If you lower the pitch, it will become more obvious. Yes, you get the picture. Now let's go to hours. This is male and female voices. This is the version as it comes on Gumroad. Now we will break it down and we will understand all the functions that we may use and track to make the effect as realistic as possible. Let's start from the third one, where is the most of the crowd. Okay, you see there are many harmonics here going on. Let's see what LFO it has been assigned. It is LFO2, and we can go here. The syllable Dan is the one that we selected. In this slope here, there is velocity and the envelope of the syllable itself, and in this second part, there is like a resolution. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, if you make this slope here a little more fat, you can see the attack more distinct. While in this second part, if we go down, it will be longer, and if we go up, it will have a tighter pronunciation. We will adjust it later when we will do a little example, but this is more or less as it is. We have the sample. As you see, it's displayable. The keys are moving down there. You can choose any one you want that sounds good to you. You can take it from any sound library royalty free. This one is a Hey with a O male and female mix, and you will find also the wave of this sample in the file package in Gumroad, so you will have really actually all you need to get this patch started, and this is how they sound together. Okay, one of the secret sources of these patches in particular, you have to give very importance to this glide and this slope, because in order to gain realism we have to consider that the crowds they are not perfectly in tune. There are many people, they just sing there and shout for fun. If in the melody there are many jumps of notes, like fifth, sixth, up to an octave, they don't have the time to reach the end note. If they could, it would sound robotic. Now I tried to eliminate this glide and the slope so you can understand what we are talking about. Okay, this sounds like some samples in some breakdance music of the 80s, but if we add the glide, it will add that human part that will make the singing crowd more realistic, and all the oscillators are affected by that. You see how it glides up to the note without sounding excessively robotic. To create more club atmosphere, other two oscillators with the same syllable, one more oriented to female voices and one more oriented to male voices. So these are the female. They sing very distinctly dan 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 dan, and you can increase the pitch rather than with the pitch here. That actually the pitch that we'll use here is more to define the timbre rather than the pitch itself. Also, the beauty of it is that you don't have to be perfectly in tune with the song, and then you can still fine tune here, and you can use also these phase knobs of these formants to obtain more fine tuning. But as you will see later, these pitch regulations are also randomized in order to give more realism. Imagine a lot of people are singing out of tune at the same times, but all the melodies intertwine in a random and casual way, and all together they still can give the idea of the original melody. For instance, we were saying this. Yes, with this formant scale, we have a change of timbre more on the highest frequencies, which are suitable for the female voices. On the other hand, we have this quantize, which is actually a distortion. It makes everything more square, and it is good to use it also as a high pass filter, because the lower frequencies can confuse the sound and let the syllable and the pronunciation of the choir not much intelligible. Let's go ahead with the male voices, a smaller group of male voices spatialized in the venue. Yes, they sound pretty much drunk, these guys, and this is because the number of the voices and the tuning have been randomized. So are the harmonics. Let's give a look to what harmonics and how the randomization of the harmonics have taken place in this particular oscillator, but a similar work has been done with all the others. So you see here I have a small randomization about the detune range. These are the harmonics that come into play. It is much more visible on the bigger group voice, so you can understand what I'm talking about. We go to advanced, and here we go. Unison blend. Here are all the harmonics, and also, as you can see here, we have 15 voices, detuned of the 80%. It's pretty much a detuning. And so let's take a look at the randomization in action. Yes, you can see here. I wanted that the voice number decreases at every touch of just a little touch. And you see this one, this is the distortion spread. So these are the, you can see the kind of randomization that is being used. Okay, as you can see, the big crowd group is associated to filter 2, which is a high pass filter, and then, as I was explaining before, catching some bass may help define the pronunciation of the formant, of the transient, of the phrase or the syllable we have chosen. And I did a small MIDI loop, which is the theme from the Addams Family, melody that we all know. And so while the loop goes, I will adjust some parameters and try to reach as much as realism as possible, so you can learn how to use it once you have purchased the bundle or the single patch, or if you had enough time and patience to did all by yourself from scratch. So here we go. So as you see, it doesn't sound as much as a choir yet, as a realistic choir. Now we are going to approach to that result, as I did in the video that I showed you in the beginning. Let's go with the big group. Let's get rid of this also. This is LFO2. Let's make it shorter. Let's make also here. Okay, it sounds more like a choir now. Let's put back the sample. Let's lower the pitch. The envelope of the volume. Envelope 2. Okay, some more hold and decay. Some less slope. And a little more glide. So the The male choir is not so much precise yet. LFO 3. Yes, always check which kind of LFO it has been assigned and then go and track it correctly. They are very, very detuned. So what we can do is to close a little here, the detuning. Let's check the ladies here. LFO1. Okay. It sounds more as a female choir. The voices are still a little robotic. Okay, let's lower the pitch and it sounds more human now. And let's put all together. Yes, sounds like a choir to me. And now, for the final touch, let's go to the effects. Okay, let's go for a shorter one. Let's go wetter. And that's it. And you can go and you can also still equalize singularly the voices. But I guess you had the picture. And so this is how this power patch singing crowd is working. Last look that we would like to see the effects that I used for here. There are the same effects to all the patches, and we have a chorus on the highest frequencies, of course, which make more sense. We have a phaser which has to smoothen up some of the digital noises that may occur in this kind of situations. Then the EQ talks pretty much by itself, but you can adjust singularly any of the patch. And then here a little trick, there is a delay with it is set in milliseconds, and it's very short. As you see, it has not the function of repeating, but repeating very shortly, so it actually has the function of multiply the voices. Of course, the reverb, we need a reverb to simulate a room, multiband compressor, and as you see, the low frequencies are pretty much compressed. The highs are much more present. Yes, attack and release, they are pretty much slow. So let me know what you think in the comments, if you are going to make it yourself, if you are going to try it. If you have in mind some features that you would like to improve in these patches, and who knows if you already bought it but you have in mind something better that can be done, I may find a way to let you have an improved version without paying. I am open to comments and suggestions, so leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and join the resistance.